Hello, everyone. Terrence here with Hollywood Already Did It, and on this road to watching as binging as much television as I possibly can, I stumbled upon this show called Jack Ryan for Amazon Prime. I'm gonna give you my thoughts about it after the jump. If you haven't already, go ahead and like, share, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell below. Anytime we have something, you will be among the first to know. So, Jack Ryan's been sitting on Amazon Prime since 2018. The first season was 2018, second was 2019. I've had Amazon Prime for ages just because it's great for my shipping stuff, but I haven't really watched a lot of the content that they have on their streaming service. I watch a movie every now and then because sometimes I have to go to them because they're the one who get that film. But often their series like Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Carnival Row, like all of those things. Not Carnival Row is not, but I just haven't watched programming on them. And now that we all have a little bit of time and we're all inside a little bit more, I was like, I'm going to take some more advantage of what Amazon Prime is offering. So, first thing that I stopped with after I did Jay and Silent Bob, which the review is on the channel, I went and watched John Krasinski and Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan. So, and I've had some friends who said that it was a good series, so I was like, okay, well then I'll watch it. And overall, it is a good series. One of the few things that I will say that this is very much trying to be the equivalent of, and this is what all of the Jack Ryan films have been, Clear and Present Danger, all of those, is that it's a Americanized Bond, but it's a little bit leaning more into the political thriller than it is into the action espionage side of it. Um, John Krasinski is really good in this. I think he sometimes can be a little, wooden's not the word, stiff. I just think that character isn't written well enough because I've seen Krasinski in A Quiet Place do more. I just don't know what it is that they're asking for him for. But I think he's really good. Wendell Pierce is great in this. Abby Cornish in season one, inexplicably not around in season two, despite some spoilers here. Not going away where she's not capable of being in season two. But no explanation. We just ignore that she's not around anymore. But season one for me works. This series works a lot mainly because of Krasinski and Wendell Pierce's chemistry together. Jack Ryan and Greer have a love hate buddy buddy. I care about you, but I also hate you a lot of the times relationship that works and is the catalyst for this series. Now, season one, I feel for me felt very different than season two. Season one felt more like a slow burning political thriller, whereas season two felt more in the lines of what 24 was doing on TV, where the political thriller stuff is still a part of it, but it's more. Whereas season one was like 70% political thriller and 30% action, they flip that around and make it almost 70-30 the other way for season two. I don't know if that's a matter of people saying that they were complaining that it was too slow moving or too generic or too base level, but there was definitely clearly a course correction that they had more set pieces and more action beats in season two than in season one. For me, I know some people like season two a little bit more because it is more action oriented. I actually prefer season one due to some of the character and moral development that was put on both Jack Ryan and for the villain Suleiman and his family and wife and kids. So season one takes a lot more time in establishing who Jack Ryan is, his relationships, and what his mental state is, and what his moral conundrum is from this, and this, and this. And they also spend that time on the villain. Suleiman gets a backstory. We get to learn more about him. We get to learn about his family and why they want to split. And it's a whole, it just feels more layered, whereas season two essentially just gives you a generic mustache twirling villain. It doesn't give you much ins and outs as to who he is, and just like point, and that's how you want to get him off the board and get things going. So it just feels a little bit more dumbed down's not the word, but it's stripped of sort of the humanity and sort of the moral intricacies that made the first season work to kind of just go for a more point A to point B action thriller. That works for some people. I'm saying the difference between the two seasons. I don't know if there was a showrunner change. I'm not sure if it was just a choice to change, but it's not jarring because the series still do feel like they're two parts of the same thing, except for the Abby Cornish missing availability. But everything else still feels like it's the same show. It's just a slight tweak that you can tell someone made a conscious decision to sort of change the focus or the way that they do things. And depending on where you stand on how you feel about one or the other is how you'll feel about whether this is succeeding or not. A couple other things that I can get into. I love when shows take the Amazon or Netflix model and ignore the mandatory you have to be 10 or 12 episodes. Both these seasons are eight episodes each, and they vary in length. Some are 41 minutes, some are an hour, some are 55 minutes. I adore when a show says this is the story that I'm telling in this frame, and then when I'm done, I'm going to get out and move to the next one, and I don't need to have 10 to 12 episodes because some of those are going to be filler. This doesn't feel like it has much fluff or filler. And it's a good connection piece. I think season 1 has a couple more beats of filler, but I just think that's when you're dealing with juggling so many familial ties and so many backstories that you're going to have some moments where you feel like, this could be cut, this could be cut. And I think that's what they did with season 2, sometimes to the detriment. For a political thriller, I think obviously everybody's going to point to 24 as being the sort of the benchmark of what that is in the U.S. And not wrong. I think both Jack Bauer is more of a charismatic character than Jack Ryan, and I think a lot of the action set pieces are a lot better in 24, especially the earlier seasons of that show. I think this is trying to bridge that, like, oh, I gotta watch the next episode, and I don't really ever feel like that. Although I binge them because I'm stuck in the house, don't have anything to do. I don't know if I would have gone through these as fast was I not doing something else or not made to be in the house. So that's my thoughts. I think there are better things to, let me rephrase that. I think there are things that are more pressing to watch on these streaming devices than this. However, if you've gone through the Ozarks and you've watched a lot of things and that you enjoy and you're like, oh crap, I'm just stuck in the house and I need something else. If you like political thrillers, I definitely think that Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan is a solid enough show to spend 16 hours on. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to dumb you down. It's a very average show that I think, unfortunately, when it's all said and done, yeah, you'd like to go back to these characters just because of the way that Wendell Pierce and Krasinski are playing them. But I don't think you need it or you have to have it. Like, the show ended, I would not be that angry. But if it popped up on my feed again, I'm like, oh, cool, Jack Ryan's back. Let me watch this. So those are my thoughts. Have you guys watched Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan? What did you guys think about it? Leave your comments in the comments below. I'm curious to hear if you guys are what are your theories on where the fuck Dr. Kathy Mueller is right now? And do you want to see Abby back in season 3 if there is one? My understanding is there is, but things may have gotten delayed and stuff with all the things that are happening in the world today. What are you guys currently watching on Netflix? My next thing that I'm watching, CBS Access is giving me 30 days free, so I'm going to be watching Picard and probably Star Trek Discovery. So pretty soon I'll probably have my thoughts on those two shows. I'm about halfway through Picard now. But go ahead and leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you haven't, you can email us at hollywoodalreadydidit@gmail.com and follow us on Twitter at HollywoodADI, and you can interact with us there as well. Everybody stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, eat well, love your loved ones. Make sure you are calling and checking in on your loved ones. I know you guys are all having to be distant from them, but at least call them. Some people are dealing with the isolation better than others. And just everybody take care of each other, all right? See you guys next time.